All right, our special guest here this afternoon. I'm already ready for it to be afternoon and me be fielding all these requests from our big announcement here today.
It's the weekend.
Letty, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. I'm happy to be here. I haven't been here with you guys in a couple months.
I know.
Summer plans, busy stuff, lots of a little travel for me this summer. So
how's the fam? How's everybody?
Good. Fam is good. Fam is good. We're getting ready for back to school. We've got 11th grader and 8th grader.
Oh, what's that looking like in your house right now? Are you guys just going crazy pulling hair out?
No, you know what? It's good. They ordered their stuff on Amazon.
There you go. Okay.
They're in the tax-free holiday. Very good.
Yeah.
Smart.
My kids are like, hey, I got my school supply list, and we ordered some stuff on Prime Day. I ordered this. I'm like, wow, I love this for you.
That's independence. I like it.
I love it. There's some things that I like about this new world. But no, we're good. We're ready. They both have had some sports stuff going on the last couple of weeks. You know, the summer sports stuff for school stuff.
Yeah.
So we're good. We're excited.
That's
Cool.
exciting.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, you guys just won a little bit of an award out there. I saw Bo posted something online.
Yeah.
Something like...
we had some quite a few awards actually. It takes our friends at Ford and Lincoln until July to get us last year's awards. So
that's
I will
nice.
just be clear that they were from last year.
Okay. Well, hey, I know a little something about that. I've
Everyone's
been there.
busy, right? They made it down in July. No, I'm teasing. We love them. So we had folks from Ford, from Lincoln, and from Ford Motor Credit there. Our team was really highly recognized from last year's performance. So that was fun.
Awesome.
And the one that you probably saw that Bo was in the picture of, is called the Ford Triple Crown Award. And that's Ford's biggest, highest honor. It's a sales and customer experience award given to about maybe 1% of the dealers nationally.
Whoa.
So it was our 7th. So I have to give a big shout out to our team for that. We just continue to, it's cool to win it one time, but to keep winning it 7 years in a row.
Cool.
They do a fantastic job. So
That's
How did
awesome.
Bo get that blazer? This is awesome.
okay, so listen.
How do you find one to fit him? What are you talking about?
That's
What I want to
amazing.
know.
Yeah.
It's like a camo
So you
blazer.
guys know Bo. Everyone knows Bo, right? He's pretty much a jeans and collared shirt kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's his comfort zone. So I had a little medical procedure that day. I was not there for the awards ceremony stuff, and I said, hey, by the way, I'm not going to be there. Like, you got this? Yeah, you got it. No, like we totally trust each other to have we can interchange each other, with those roles.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm going to wear a sport coat. I was like,
Okay.
that's nice.
He's taking it serious.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's nice. The night before, he sends into our family text the picture of that sport coat, and I'm like, of course you're going to wear a sport coat because it's full camo,
It's awesome. I love it.
I'm like,
That's great.
the Ford folks are going to be like, what's happening? And our team is going to be like, heck yeah! Like that's
looks
the
sharp.
Bo.
He did
That's
it
the
right.
Bo that we love. So you can always count on Bo to come through and be Bo. That honest to God, that I have a lot of cool things to say about my brother. But the coolest thing about my brother is authenticity.
Yeah.
You get what you get.
Love it.
All the time. He is who he is. So yeah, he was rocking the sport coat. Got lots of compliments on the sport coat.
Cool. Awesome. Now, was that like a joint thing with Mike Shadd? How did the Mike Shadd folks because your families have worked together for a long time,
absolutely.
right?
We actually just did a history video. I'll share it with you guys. It would be cool for you guys to watch it. So Mike Shadd is connected to us by a little family connection way back.
Yeah.
But back in 2004, 2005, Mike actually bought my grandfather's shares of our dealership.
Oh, okay.
And was partners with my dad through all of our stuff with regards to physically moving the dealership out to 95, all of our campus updates and stuff like that. And then, to flow through it, when my dad passed away, Bo and I became partners with Mike. Mike still had his shares. We had my dad's. And then from about 2017 to 2019, we took a couple years and we actually purchased those shares back from Mike. So at this point, Bo and I are back to fully owning Bozard Ford. But Mike did have some ownership in our company for about 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And was such an amazing partner to us. He was one of my dad's just closest friends. And so it was a really cool thing that he did for our family because back in the early 2000s, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, ultimately Alzheimer's. Like the last 8 to 10 years of his life was pretty difficult. And Mike kind of filled a gap in for Bo and I. We weren't, as a franchise, Ford has some ability to kind of say, hey, do you have somebody in there that's capable and you can't just be like, hey, I sold the Ford franchise to the guy I'm on the corner. Like that doesn't happen, right?
Yeah. And they won't let you just legacy down.
They won't.
They actually have a school, don't they, for
they have some
legacy
requirements.
ownership?
Yep. So Bo and I, when my dad, toward the end of my dad's life, I was in my, mid-20s and Bo was in his teens, right? So probably not quite ready to just for Ford to say, sure, So anyway, we worked through all of that and ultimately purchased the shares back from him. But he was just a fantastic partner to us, mentor personally to Bo and I, and a huge part of our team. So he comes down about once a month. Still and has lunch with us and attends our managers meeting and stuff like that, just for everybody to be able to see him. So he happened to, that was one of his days to come
legendary,
down.
legendary human being.
So it was cool, right? to have him there on the awards day.
That's really
that is cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a really, really cool guy.
Now, you guys never stop improving. It's always so. You guys are always getting bigger and better.
Spend money. That is such a nice way to say spend money. You never
you're spending money in the business, right? I mean, you're investing in yourselves, which is super important. You can't stay in the same place forever.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are going through some renovations now. Okay. All right. You guys are going through some renovations now. Talk to me about that. What do you guys got going on?
We're at least halfway, maybe a little more than halfway through that kind of parking lot renovation. I think I talked about it one of the visits when I was here. We bought part of that outlet mall parking lot before they tore the outlet mall down. We bought a little bit of parking there. It's going to remain parking. We're just reconfiguring the curbing and stuff to kind of make it more look like our parking rather than us and then outlet mall parking.
Okay.
And then in the last couple of weeks, we started a project directly behind our Ford building, which is going to be an indoor detail shop. So 2023... I know my detailers will be so excited to hear this.
As a former detailer, I can tell you.
2023, the summer of 2023 will be the last summer they have to work in this heat.
I'm excited for those. I'm excited for those folks so much.
We're so excited for them. Man, I look at the temperature and I'm like, cool, it's 104. And I'm like, bringing them popsicles and trying to, spray water on each other. I don't know what you do there, But yeah, this summer will be the last summer that they have to endure that. So just a cool little 10-bay enclosed detail shop. Cars will pull in, wash them, detail them, and pull them right back out the other end. So we got that going on. So we're cramped for space until the parking lot project gets done. But we're making it work. Things are good there. Things are good. People are buying cars. We've got lots of inventory. Inventory situation seems to be good shape. Starting to see some rebates come out on cars again. That's
I see Broncos everywhere.
I know. I see them all the time.
They're the coolest colors too. I like the color scheme that they chose.
Yeah, have they made more available since I know they're pretty scarce during the initial rollout, right? The launch just was really slow because of the supply chain stuff that was timed out at the same time as the launch. So, really, I think the reason you're seeing so many is because everybody that pretty much had one on order finally got it. They might have been waiting a year, sometimes 18 months, whatever. But those have all rolled in. And now we're seeing some also roll in, like for availability, just for someone to come up. So cool.
I
saw the price of the electric truck, right? Didn't that go down a little bit?
It did make a drop in the last week or two.
What was that all about?
Well, I think what you're going to see there, I'm starting to see tons of commercials, especially your Mercedes, Audi, all of them. They're all coming with their electric offerings right now. General Motors is starting to really ramp up the advertising on their electric offerings. So I think you're going to find that just like anything else, like when VCRs first came out, they were $5,000 and then eventually they were $40. And now they're retro or they're vintage, right? So now they're $800 again. There's like that swing. Eventually you get so old that your price goes back up. But just using them as an example of when the price comes down, as the technology gets better, you're going to see the prices come down.
Cool.
In addition to the more offerings that are there, the more competitive it gets, right? So Tesla is the monster, is the big guy in that market, and has sold the most electric vehicles, right? So they kind of controlled everything. Now you see all of these competitors start to enter the market. So Tesla has been bringing, over the last year, bringing their prices down, which ultimately makes the competitors need to bring their prices down. Yeah. So between the technology advancing and becoming less, being more affordable, in combination with just that early market thing where a lot of competitors come in and competition always drives prices down. I think that's what you're seeing there. And so it'll be interesting.
Coming out with an electric car?
But we would welcome it. I'm sure it'd be so fun. Just like Shreds.
Yeah. I've just recently started to see a few, like the Rivian trucks. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
I've seen those.
Starting to see them on the road. Now, I have seen them before, like at auto shows and stuff. But now I've actually, in the last few months, seen a few on the road. So I just think you're going to see.
What did you have?
I had a Ford Lightning.
Oh, that's right.
The electric, the full electric.
Did you
F-150.
like it?
It's an F-150 full electric. Yeah. I did. I drove it for almost a year. It was important to me to drive something new that we were going to sell, and figure that out, what it looks like. It was perfect for me.
Did you take it to the extreme edge of the truck?
I don't really take any car to the extreme edge. I think we've talked about this before. Like, I don't like to go fast. I think one time we were talking about the racing thing, and I was like, not me. I don't like to go fast. Those trucks are fast. Electric vehicles are fast.
They're quick off the line.
Right, they're quick off the line.
That's not going to be good for me.
So for me, the truck was awesome because of kind of like 3 factors. I don't tow something normally, right? So I'm not putting a bunch of load on the truck. I'm not a heavy-footed driver. So I'm not using extra energy because of that. And I have about a 7-mile commute to work. So those 3 things combined, man, that truck was awesome for me. You hear people talk about, well, yeah, you save money in gas, but your house electric bill is going to go up if you charge at home. That didn't happen to me.
Really?
I was only having to charge once or twice a week to make it through. But again, that was my driving habit. If you were, a small business owner, maybe plumbing company or something, and you're pulling a trailer every day, I'm not sure the technology's there for you yet. It'll get there. Right. The technology will come along where you'll get a better range for that kind of thing. But someone that just likes to drive a truck at this point, for the usefulness of it, you want to be able to throw stuff in the back of it. It's not like your work, but you want a truck for what your life looks like, beach or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Man, it's an awesome truck. And I did not get upset not going to the gas station. I did not get upset about that. I waved at people when I was going. I was like, look at those people.
Well, those prices around here past $4.
Are you a person that plugs your telephone in every night?
I'm not great at it.
Oh my God.
And it was funny when I decided to get that truck, literally everyone at the dealership was like, oh, she's going to fail.
Really?
like she's going to call us from the side of the road.
Because I'm a person that plugs in my phone every night.
Religiously.
But the people that I live with and around me and stuff like that are not.
I don't know how you
how?
Yeah. Well, I get you there. I don't know that there's like a huge anxiety behind your phone dying because if your phone dies, you can just go plug it in and it's going to come back on in about a minute?
Yeah.
Well, then my alarm doesn't go off.
There is a little bit of concern about your vehicle dying, right?
Yeah.
So that, I think probably when you pull into your garage at night, you're going to be like, I need to plug that in because if you
can you leave the plug in all night or do you have to take it out?
No, plug it in overnight.
Just like a lamp.
Yeah, the type of charger that goes in your house, is a slower charger. And so you just leave it in. It takes probably 6-8 hours to get back to. If you pulled in your garage at 0, and then you left it plugged in overnight, by morning you're going to have full charge.
Easy.
And I was getting about 320 miles to a charge, so that's why I was saying I only had to plug in maybe twice a week or something like that. So it was a great truck for me. But then, they pulled this pretty Lincoln up in front, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm like that. I'm like that Dory meme, Like, oh, look, a pretty car."
Yeah, exactly.
So I drove the truck for a while, and now I'm driving a pretty Lincoln.
Nice. I love it. Right.
Yeah. Back to your question. I think you're going to see the prices on all the electric stuff just kind of, they're in a battle in that market. Those prices are going to come down, and
good for the consumer.
Yeah, it's great for the consumer.
Yeah,
it's great for the consumer, and it's naturally kind of what's supposed to happen. So
cool.
Yeah.
Very good. That's good news.
So good things vehicle-wise at Bozard Ford. I always say car, and then I remind myself.
You guys got it all.
Well, no, we don't need. Y'all know that we only sell one car, right? And that's a Mustang.
Yeah.
Really?
Like they have finally, for us anyways, they have, it took a couple years and trickle through or whatever, but literally we don't sell any cars.
And there's no more Escort and there's no more Fiesta?
Taurus.
No, I know. Gone are the days.
Really? Those Tauruses too, right?
Gone are the days.
Tanks.
Gone are the days.
Wow.
So now I'm like, I correct myself. I'm like, we have a car dealership. We actually don't have a car dealership.
A vehicle destination.
Auto dealership or whatever.
But the F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle
for all time ever.
Yeah. Ever.
They're the best. Fight me about it.
And still just
all these Chevy owners. Fight me.
and still crushes it today.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's like the last 20 years or something.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's actually 40-something years of truck leadership for Ford on those trucks. So
No, you guys are heavily involved in the community. I mean, everywhere you go, if there's a cool event happening, I mean, there's a Bozard sign there, you know? What fall events are you guys planning on working with? What are you excited about?
Yeah, we're super excited about Sing Out Loud. Definitely involved in Sing Out Loud. Love that event. I love that's growing. Big concert event for Sing Out Loud this year on the events field. I don't know if you guys have talked about that on the show or not.
Oh, yeah.
So the big, I think, is it 2 day or 3 day? I think it's 2 day. 2 day, big field. I've got great memories of Mumford and Sons concert. I had a great time at Mumford. So to me, I'm like, Mumford. Yeah.
Will you be both days? Are you going to go both days?
I think so.
Because the Black Keys, they're going to slap. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So super excited about that. And, listen, I know there's all kinds of stuff and there's reasons for all the different views of everything. But man, I love an event in downtown St. Augustine.
Yeah.
We have such a cool city. And I just love when we're gathered in our city and we're doing something cool. So that's just me. I understand it brings lots of challenges, and the people that have those jobs, I do feel for them, but I still love events in downtown St. Augustine.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about that, and all of Sing Out Loud. And so something that we've worked on for quite a few years is St. Augustine Songwriters Festival. Which is also in September. And last year, for the first year, and we're continuing that this year, St. Augustine Songwriters Festival is a part of Sing Out Loud. It is a Sing Out Loud event. So it's still its own weekend, right? It's still its own event managed by the group that runs, St. Augustine Songwriters Festival, but has partnered with Sing Out Loud for the Songwriters Festival to be part of the Sing Out Loud entire offering, right? And that's really cool because it gave us an ability to get the Songwriters Festival some more exposure. Sing Out Loud has kind of built a great name, and people are aware of it, growing awareness of Sing Out Loud every year. So it's been cool to have St. Augustine Songwriters Festival kind of nested there under Sing Out Loud. Yeah. But that will be the weekend after the big weekend for Sing Out Loud. So it's like the Black Keys Mumford weekend, and then the following weekend after that will be St. Augustine Songwriters Festival.
Cool. It's nice. It's sort of like the after tea party. Very nice. Yeah. Very cool.
Yep. So two super fun weekends in September. And then of course fall, or this time of year for us, kind of leading into fall, we just get involved in so much stuff with our schools. We have families that work at Bozard Ford that have kids at every single school in this county,
Right.
And so through our employees and interaction with them and figuring out what the needs are at the different schools, we get to be involved in all kinds of different events, sponsorship opportunities there. Of course, all the high schools, we participate in sponsorships. So, as always, I always encourage businesses to, if you can, think about the fact that the folks that work for you, your customers, all of us need to be given back, to make sure that our school district, our schools, our local schools have that extra stuff that they need. The reality is, and we could probably have 14 shows about why and if it should or shouldn't be, the reality is there's just things that our kids that they don't have the money to do, right? And we hear about things being cut and stuff like that. And I think as a community, we just have to step up and fill those gaps. So we're excited. We partner with all the high schools. We do a lot of athletic stuff, with high schools, support sports programs and things like that.
Cool. Yep. Tis the season. Here it comes.
Yeah, tis the season.
Exciting. Good stuff.
Friday night football, one of my favorites. So,
well, that's about all I've got on my list for you. Before we announce this major,
everyone listening is like, can Letti shut up so that they can tell us what's going on? They're like lightning, whatever, schools, whatever.
Well, I'm going to give you one more chance to make them mad. Is there anything else we need to touch on about Bozard Ford Lincoln? Or are you guys happening right now?
I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah. Things are good. Okay. Come see us. And if you drive in and it looks crazy, it is. Just keep driving past the construction. We're still in there. Come to Ford's Garage. Hang out. Yeah. So we're getting a Texas Roadhouse. Right.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's right.
I just doubted myself.
I was thinking throw the
Texas
peanuts on the floor. Yeah,
they just broke ground for that on not on our campus, obviously, but as you enter in, just past the Harley Davidson dealership, they just broke ground on the Texas Roadhouse. So cool. I asked the manager at Ford's Garage, she's awesome. I said, hey, just out of curiosity, are you guys like Walgreens and CVS? You like to share corners, or are you over here?
My mind went.
Or are you over here like Texas Roadhouse coming in? You know? And he said, no. He said in areas like that, like an exit off the interstate, you want
options.
You want options. You want that competition. You want good restaurants and stuff like that. So he had a super positive outlook on that, which I thought was cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a Texas Roadhouse down the road there. So
very nice.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Letti, are you sticking around for this announcement?
I would love to get your reaction. I'm my microphone right here, ready.
I want to get your reaction. Because if your reaction is, you know what, guys? I don't think Bozard Ford Lincoln's sponsoring the show anymore.
We'll know we're on the right path. No,
we know we're on a path.
It's definitely a path.
We know we're on a path. But I don't anticipate that happening. I think you're going to be very, very excited.
I just got back sweat when you said that.